Good morning everyone. I am Pankaj Patel, PGT English, working at Kendriya Vidyalaya SSCL Dhanpuri, RO, Jabalpur. I am very happy to share this video with you. Let's begin. So dear students, what do you observe after watching this video? What these two pictures suggest to you? The first picture suggests us that it is a feeling of loneliness, and the second picture, trapped. The person is inside the cage, feeling hopeless. One more picture. This picture tells us that the person is feeling rejected. Okay? So as far as we have seen three pictures, and these three pictures are telling us that human beings sometimes feels rejected, hopeless, lonely. Okay? So I'm here to teach you chapter 4 of our textbook Flamingo of class 12th, subject English Core, and the name of the chapter is Rattrap. As you can see, there's a picture of Rattrap. A Rattrap is an instrument which we use to trap rats. Generally, we place a bait for the rat. The rat, because of enticement, because of allurement, comes inside the cage and ultimately caught. Okay. Now, about the author. The author is Salman. His lifespan is from 1858 to 1940. She was a Swedish writer whose stories have been translated into many languages, and a universal theme runs through all of them: a belief that the essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding and love. So in this story also, we will read about a person who feels very lonely, and because of circumstances became an evil one, and later we came across a good person, so he changed his life. This story is set amidst the mines of Sweden, rich in iron ore, which figures large in the history and legends of that country. The story is told somewhat in the manner of fairy tale. So that is the specialty of the author Selma Lagerlöf. She tells a story in a very nice way, in a very interesting way, that reader feels attached to the story. Okay? As you can see, there is a map of Sweden also. It's a country in Europe. Okay, now comes to the theme of the chapter. We can see the picture. A person is imagining the things that every human being longs for: riches, car, traveling abroad. Okay? So the theme of the story is that most human beings are prone to fall into the trap of material benefits. The material benefits like riches and joys, shelter and food, heat and clothing, and these are temptations that allure a person to fall into the rat trap of the world, exactly as the bait of the cheese and pork attract a rat to fall into the rat trap. So we can say that we are not different from rats or any other animals that may fall into the trap because of temptation. So once someone takes the bait, the world closes in on him, and then everything is lost. Okay. So as animals are bound to trap, so we humans are attached to our emotions, and according to the author, We are also trapped into some kind of cage, into the cage of this world because of our allurement, because of our expectation, because of our ambitions. Okay, let's move ahead. However, every human being, okay, this is the second important point. However, every human being has an essential goodness that can be awakened through understanding and love. A human being has the tendency to redeem himself from dishonest ways. However bad a person is, he always has hope of turning his life into the good one. Let's begin reading and understanding the chapter. Once upon a time, there was a man who went around selling small red strips of wire. Okay, so we can see in the picture also a very old man wearing old clothes, torn clothes, and it was his profession of selling red traps. But one more thing, actually, he is very poor vagabond, and he could not earn enough money to live by. So he had to sometimes even steal from the house or from the storehouse or from the some abandoned factory also some material to prepare his red traps. He made them himself at odd moments from the material he got by begging in the stores or at the big farms. But even so, the business was not especially profitable. He could not earn very well. So he had to resort to both begging and sometimes petty thievery to keep body and soul together. Okay, so it is a phrase, body and soul together. It means to live or survive. Even so, his clothes were in rags, as we can see in the picture. His cheeks were sunken, and hunger gleamed in his eyes. Gleamed and shining. Okay, we can see that the person is very hungry. How? If you see his eyes, okay, it means he always looks hungry, need of food. So ultimately, he is a poor man, he is a desperate man. No one can imagine how sad and monotonous life can appear to such a vagabond. Vagabond is a person who wanders from place to place, no, in search of living, who plods along the road left to his own meditation. No, left to his own meditation means he always busy in his own thinking. But one day, this man had fallen into a line of thought. But one day, suddenly, when he was moving from one place to another, he started thinking that he has red trap and the world that in which he is living is also a kind of red trap where men and women are have fallen into the trap. But one day this man had fallen into a line of thought which really seemed to him entertaining, and he really started enjoying thinking in such a way. He had naturally been thinking of his red traps when suddenly he was struck by the idea that the whole world about him, the whole world with its lands and seas, its cities and villages, was nothing but a big red trap. He started thinking that the whole world is a big red trap, okay, in which we all humans are being treated like rats. Okay. So, few words in these two paragraphs: gleams in shine. Claude walks slowly with heavy steps. Rags, a piece of old cloth, as you can see, uh, the old man was wearing. It had never existed for any other purpose than to set beds for people. Now what he is thinking? That the world is nothing. The purpose of the world is to set bed for the human, or being trapped. It offered riches and joys, shelter and food. These are the enticement, allurement for the people. Heat and clothing, exactly as the red trap offered cheese and pork. Now he is comparing the world with a red trap. Okay, so just a piece of cheese, a piece of pork works as a bait for the rat. In the same way, these things, heat, shelter, food, joys, happiness, these are these things works as bait for human being. And as soon as anyone let himself to tempted to touch the bat, it closed in on him, and then everything came to an end. Okay, so as soon as we are attached, we started attaching ourselves to our bats, like home, cars, worldly enjoyment. Then the world closes on us, and we are now trapped in this world. We are not trapped in this world with our expectation, our ambitions. The world had, of course, never been very kind to him. So actually, if we think about his life, so we can understand that the world generally uh, does not prove itself in a nice way with such persons, with such vagabonds. So it gave him unwanted joy to think ill of it in this way. So he is very desperate with this world, with the people of this world. He doesn't like anyone. It became a cherished pastime of his during many dreary recordings. So whenever he visits place to place, so generally he visits place to place alone. So he always thinking in such a way that the whole world is a red trap. Nobody helps another person. Every person in the world is very bad. Okay. So to think of people he knew who had let themselves be caught in the dangerous snare, and of others who were still circling around the bed. He always thinking about the people. He always see the people. He always see the people uh, becoming or trapped inside the cage. Okay. We can see the picture. Yeah, a person is inside the cage, and a person is just running after his bets, okay, money, and how much uh, how much he runs, but he cannot be satisfied. Okay. So that these two paragraphs are telling us. Okay, the words are here: ploddings, walk with heavy steps; snare, it means cage; unwanted, unwanted, it means unaccustomed or unusual; dreary, depressingly dull or bleak and repetitive, boring. One dark evening, as he was trudging along the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside. Okay, so it happened one time. Now our story now is developing now. So one dark evening, he was moving. He was visiting a place, visiting a village. So there he saw a cottage, and hoping that he could get shelter there. Okay. He knocked on the door and asked for the shelter just for the night. So generally, most of the time, he was refused, and I know means very rarely people invite him. But this time, nor was he refused. Instead of the sour faces which ordinarily meet him, the owner was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to his loneliness. Okay, because his host, the owner of that cottage, was also feeling lonely. Actually, he also lived alone there, so he was lonely. He was feeling lonely. He was alone that time, so he happily invited the peddler inside the cottage. Okay. And he was very happy, and he offered to eat some porridge to the peddler. Immediately he put the porridge pot on the fire and gave him supper. Then he carved off such a big slice from his tobacco roll that it was enough both for the stranger's pipe and his own. Even he offered his tobacco also. Finally, he got out an old pack of cards and played Morris with his guest until met him. Mulis. Okay. It is a game of card. Okay. So they both talked about their lives, and they both enjoyed the time. They both enjoyed talking to each other while playing. Okay, here one word in these two paragraphs are mulis. It is a game of card. The old man was just as generous with his confidences as with porridge and tobacco. The old man was very simple person. He was very simple, enthusiastic, and a very good host. Not only he shared his food, his tobacco with the paddler, but also told him about, he started telling him about his life. The guest was informed at once that in his days of prosperity, so once our host was very rich, he was working in Ramso iron mills, okay, and he was a crofter. A crofter, what is a crofter? A crofter is one who has tenure and use of land, typically as a tenant farmer, especially in rural area. He rent some piece of land and work there. The guest was informed at once that in his old days, of, uh, his host had been a crofter at Ramso Ironworks and had worked on the land. Now that he was no longer able to do any labor because of his physical condition, he is very old now. It was his cow which supported him. So, what was his means of earning now? He had a cow, okay, and that gives him enough milk to supply it creamily and earn some money. Yes, that Bosie was extraordinary. She could give milk for the creamery every day, and last month he had received all of 30 kroner payment. And even when he told the peddler about his earning, he thought that the peddler is not believing him. So even he showed him all the money that he earned last month, 30 kronos. The stranger must have seemed incredulous, for the old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on a nail in the very window frame, and picked out three wrinkled 10 kroner bills. These he held up before the eyes of his guest, nodding knowingly, and then stuffed them back into the pouch. So after showing all his money that he had that time, he put the money back into the pouch and hung it again. Okay, so now the words are bozy. It is the Latin word for ox or cow. Second word is krono, it's a Swedish currency, and crofter, as already told, it is a person who rents some land and work there. The next day, both men got up in good season. Good season means wake up early. The crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow. It was his daily routine. Okay, so he woke up early to do this. And the other man who, our paddler, he also woke up early with the host. And he should not stay in bed when the head of the house had gotten up. They left the cottage at the same time. Crofter went to his own way, and the paddler went his own way. The crofter locked the door and put the key in his pocket. The man with the red shirt said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went his own way. Now, both ways are separate. But half an hour later, the Rattrap peddler, as we read in this at the starting of the story, that sometimes when our peddler could not earn very well, so he sometimes steals also, a small thieving. So, but half an hour later, the Rattrap peddler stood again before the door, and he came back. He did not try to get in. However, he only went up to the window, smashed a pen, stuck in his head, and got hold of the pouch with the 30 crore. Means he saw the place, exact place where the pouch in which the 30 kronos were put, where that was hung, and he exactly went to the place. It was a window there. He smashed it, break it, and got the 30 kronos. Then he hung the leather pouch very carefully back in its place and went away. Okay, the meaning is, our one phrase here is got up in good season. It means wake up early. Now, after stealing the money, after stealing the hard-earned money of our proctor, of our old man, owner of that cottage, okay, the man with the red traps, our peddler, started moving. So as he walked along with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased with his smartness. Now he thought that he was very smart, very easily he earned 30 kronos. As he realized, of course, that at first he dared not continue on the public highway. Okay, obviously, just he stole some money, so it would have become very dangerous if we follow the common route, highway. So he preferred walk through the forest into the woods, no, but must turn off the road into the woods. During the first hours, this caused him no difficulty. Initially, he found no difficulty in going through the forest. During the first hours, this caused him no difficulty. Later in the day, it became worse, for it was a big and confusing forest which he had gotten into. Okay, it was a very dense forest. He could not find ways to come out of it. He tried to be sure to walk in a definite direction, but the paths twisted back and forth so strangely. He was moving in circles. Sometimes he thinks that this way may lead him to come out of the forest, but he comes again to the same place where he started. Okay, so it happened many times, and he felt strangely that, oh, no, where have I come? Okay, you can see the picture of picture of a person who was stuck in the forest. The second picture, the same person is thinking, what the hell happened? Okay, what have I done? Now he started thinking that he should not have stolen the money. Now, he walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood, and finally he realized that he had only been walking around in the same part of the forest. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the red trap. Now all those thoughts that he used to think when traveling alone, he started coming into his mind again. And now he thinking that he himself was trapped in the red trap. No. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the red trap. Now his own turn had come. He had let himself be fooled by a bat and had been caught. And what is the bet for our paddler here now? That 30 kronos. The whole forest with its trunk and branches, its thickets and fallen logs, closed in upon him like an impenetrable prison from which he could never escape. So he thinks that this now the forest has become a prison for him, and he could not find a way to come out of it. Okay, He tried very hard, but hopelessly, he became very hopeless. Okay, the word is here from the passage, impenetrable. Okay, impenetrable is something that is impossible to pass through or enter. As in this case, the forest is impenetrable for our paddler. Okay. Now it was uh, it was late in December, very severe cold. Darkness was already descending over the forest. So this increased the danger. Okay, he is in the forest now, so it's very dangerous after dark in the forest because of wild animals. Okay, and increased also his gloom and despair. Finally, he saw no way out, and he sank down on the ground. Finally, he sat down, lay down on the ground, tired to death. Now he started thinking that his death is very near, because if he if he uh, if he is not able to come out of the forest, definitely he has to die, because of hunger or because of attack of wild animal. But just as he laid his head on the ground, he heard a sound, a hard, regular thumping, a continuous sound of hammer, hitting hammer on the ground, or hitting hammer of something. A hard, regular thumping. There was no doubt as to what that was. He raised himself. Again, he stood up and started thinking, those are the hammer strokes from an iron mill. There must be people nearby. Obviously, he thought that if there is if there is a sound of thumping, so there must be a man around it. There must be people nearby. He summoned all his strength, got up and staggered in the direction of the sound, and he started moving in the direction of sound, where the sound was coming. So ultimately, a hope awake in his mind. Okay, and some energy. He felt some kind of energy, and he collected all his strength and started moving. The Renzo iron works, which are now closed down, were not so long ago a large plant with a smelter, rolling mill, and forge. In the summertime, long lines of heavily loaded barges. Okay, you may see that barges and scows. These two pictures are of barges. The first one is of barges, and the right hand side picture of scows. These are kinds of boats that are used to carry loads to the big ships. Okay, so these are travel through small canals, okay, which leads to the inland rivers. In the summertime, long lines of heavily loaded barges and scows slid down the canal, which led to a large inland lake. And in the winter time, the roads near the mill were black from all the coal dust which shifted from the big charcoal crates. Okay. So all these okay, so these two pictures of barges and schools. Now the meanings are, the word gloom, it means depression, as we feel sometimes gloomy. And our paddler also felt gloomy when he could not find a way to come out of the forest to save his life. Second is Ramzo, okay, it's the name of iron mill. Forge, it means it is blacksmith's workshop. And a rolling mill is a unit in which a metal forming process takes place. Now, during one of the long dark evening just before Christmas, means in the rolling mill, a few workers were still working in the night time also. The master smith and his helper sat in the dark porch near the furnace, waiting for the pig iron which had been put in the fire to be ready to put on the anvil. Okay, so these are some technical words related to the forged, rolling factory. Every now and then one of them got up to strike the glowing mass with a long iron bar, returning in a few moments, dripping with perspiration, though as was the custom. So, okay, so they are working hard. Okay, they were perspiring, they were working hard, putting coal into the forge. Okay, and working on anvil. Okay, you can see the picture of anvil. Okay, in which uh, we put heated iron and stroke it to give it a shape. All the time there were many sounds to be heard in the forge. A big bellows groaned and the burning coal cracked. The fireboy shoveled charcoal into the maw of the furnace. Maw means jaw, jaw of the furnace with a great deal of clatter. Clatter is a sound. Outside rolled the waterfall, and a sharp north wind beat the rain against the brick-tiled roof. Now he's very lucky one because even the rain has also started. Okay, if he could not find a place where he spend night, it would have been very difficult for him to survive. He might have died because of extreme cold, extreme wind, cold wind. Okay, so these are the things that were happening inside the rolling mill. Okay, now here are some pictures that all the technical. These two paragraphs they used many technical words. Okay, so bellows are a machine in which a person is blowing air to the forge. Shovel, okay, a person is in which a boy is shoveling coal into the forge. Maw furnace, it is the maw furnace, jaw of furnace, and it is brick tiled roof. The roof of the oil mill was made up of brick tiled roof. Now, uh, now a peddler entered inside the mill, and when he saw a fire was burning there, so he went near the fire and making himself comfortable with the heat. It was probably on account of all this noise that the blacksmith did not notice that a man had opened the gate and entered the forge until he stood close up to the furnace. So blacksmith did not pay attention actually. It happened generally that people come there at night time to heat themselves. Surely it was nothing unusual for poor vagabonds, without any better shelter for the night, to be attracted to the forge by the glow of the light, which is kept through the sooty pans. Sooty pans means window pans in which some dark particles it means the pans became impenetrable, means we cannot see we cannot see easily through them. Okay. And to come into the warm themselves in front of the fire. The blacksmith glanced only casually and indifferently at the intruder person who entered at some place without permission, without authority. He looked the way people of his type usually did, with a long beard, dirty, red, and with a bunch of red traps dangling on his chest. So it was very common for the blacksmith to come across such people at night. People usually come there if they lost their ways in the forest. So just by looking at the fire, just by looking at the light, they were attracted towards it and spend night there. And blacksmith also did not did not find any problem in this. He asked permission to stay, and the master blacksmith nodded a hearty consent without honoring him with a single word. Even Even he did not look at him properly, and he permitted him, okay, you may lie here, you may spend your night here. Okay. So some words are here: sooty, dark. Sooty means dark, covered with black powder. Okay. Second word is ragged, old and torn, ragged clothes, dangling, hanging or swinging. So red threads were hanging and swinging on his body. Haughty, haughty means arrogantly superior, very proudly. The tramp did not say anything. Tramp is another word for vendor. The tramp did not say anything either. He had not come there to talk only, but to warm himself and sleep. Okay, his only objective was to spend his night there safely. So even he did not care, no, if the blacksmith is not talking to him. So he also did not have any problem. Okay, only his objective is to spend night there. In those days, the Ramso iron mill was owned by a very prominent ironmaster. Now we'll come to know about the owner of the iron mill. Okay, now our more important characters are coming into the story. Okay, very prominent ironmaster whose greatest ambition was to ship out good iron to the market. He watched both night and day, and to see that the work was done as well as possible. And at this very moment, he came into the forge on one of its nightly rounds of the inspection. Okay, so he came there just to inspect that how the work was going on at the forge. Okay, whether the workers are doing their job or not. Okay, so it was his routine around. And when he saw that, actually he was a good person. He was not as proudly as the blacksmith. Naturally, the first thing he saw was the tall ragamuffin. Ragamuffin is also what? A vendor, a person wearing dirty clothes, okay, not in a good attire, who had eased his way so close to the furnace that his steam rose from his wet rags. So, actually, when our paddler entered into the forge, he became wet because of rain outside. So, so our paddler was sitting so near to the furnace that even his steam rose from his clothes, wet clothes. The iron master did not follow the example of the blacksmith, who had hardly deigned to look at the stranger. He walked close up to him, looked him over very carefully, then tore off his slouch hat to get a better view of his face. Okay? So the owner of the iron mill was he was a very good person. Okay. So there are a few words. Okay. A ragamuffin, a person wearing dirty clothes. Dane. Dane means to do something that you feel that it is not of your level, but still you do it. Tore off, remove something quickly, and slouch head, a kind of head. In picture you can see it is a slouch head that that the owner of iron mill was wearing that time. So he removed that slouch head and observed, who is that person. Okay, so that is the end of the first part. Now the second part means the from here the story takes a turn, and something interesting is going to happen with the life of our paddler. Yeah. Now his life is going to take turn. Okay, so that's why I'm ending this video now. Okay, we will resume the story in our second video. Okay. Now here are some work for you. Okay, it's your homework assignment. Okay, so until till now, whatever we have read in the story, These questions are based on this. Okay, so please have a look at these questions. Thank you very much for watching this video. Okay, see you soon in the next video.